All right, so coming back to the corn planter, I'll show you guys what we think we figured out on that thing. We went over the whole thing looking for anything that could be causing a drag or a jump or something like that. And we think we found the issue. So we got that fixed up. I'll show you what we found. And I guess we're gonna have to see how it works out. All right, hopefully it's not too dark back here, but I'll show you what we found. So, oh yeah. This is the transmission, basically, that drives the drive units, or the drive shaft. So, what we think was happening, I don't know if there's a way to get a little bit better light in there. This chain right here is what comes and drives off of the clutch that's driven by the wheels. It appeared like this idler in here was bent. So that idler down in there was bent and was not spaced correctly and was pulling the chain over the side. So it was pulling this chain over. So as it was coming around, it was jumping it on this sprocket. That's the only thing we can figure out. We put a new chain on, we put a new idler on, and we spaced the idler out correctly. So we're gonna have to give it a shot now. The only other thing might be the clutch itself. We'll have to see, but that's what we got figured out so far. We're gonna be planting our barley corn shortly here, so hopefully we get it figured out. We've been having a nice sunny week, so we thought it'd be a good time to get some hay off. So yesterday we baled all of our first cutting grass hay. So last night we were up late bringing bales back. We have a couple different properties that we bale grass at. So we have about 127 bales here right now, and there's about 25 or so that we need to bring home yet. And then later today, we're gonna start wrapping bales. So we generally do most of our baling high moisture. That kind of shortens the window for us. And then we wrap the bales and they ferment in the bags, and it makes really great feed. So when we have a big window of some sunny, dry days, sometimes we'll try to dry it down enough to bale it dry, but generally we do most of our baling high moisture. So then we need to wrap it. So that's what we're gonna be doing later today. We'll see if we can get some of that on camera. Sorry about my voice. Kind of losing my voice here lately. I'm pushing it pretty hard this week, so. Anyway, I'll show you some wrapping in a minute here. Well, it's a busy time of year for these custom operator guys, and we're still waiting for the wrapper to get here. So we have all these bales to wrap, and they're not here yet. So they're still trying to finish up some other jobs. So it's gonna get a little bit late, but we don't have working lights on this skid loader. So I thought I better get these lights working so we can wrap bales in the nighttime, because it's definitely gonna be dark till we're done. So let's get these lights fixed, and then we should be ready to go. So I have the new switch put in here already. This is the new switch. These switches just don't have what it takes, so we replace these switches often, but I'm not sure if there's something else going on that's a little bit wrong here. It seems like there's something else that's not quite right, but at any rate, it burns up these switches. You can see how this terminal is like almost burnt completely out. So anyway, put the new switch in, then it works good. All right, real quick change. I just got a message that the wrapper is going to be here in about a half an hour. But I'm going to run over to the school real quick. At the intermediate school, they have Celebrate the Arts tonight, and Kaylin is singing. So I'm going to run over and watch that, and then we'll come back and do some wrapping. So we got the skid loader fixed up as good as it can. I think there's a voltage problem there. It looks like the voltage is too low that's getting to the lights. It's probably why it's getting hot and burning out the switch. So I need to dig into that more sometime, but obviously not right now. So go see some singing, then we'll do some rapping. Jaden also has his little demonstration here. What do you got going on here?
A Rube Goldberg machine. Okay.
Hey, Candy.
Okay, so this is a Rube Goldberg machine. It was a gifted project, and the point is, it's like a really complicated machine to do a super simple task. So the marble comes down the spiral. It hits the lever, which pushes the car. It hits the ping pong ball rolls, hits the bottle, which falls and opens the lid. So I'll show you. We'll see if it works. It doesn't work very often. Oh, it worked. It just didn't work quite right.
All right, home again, jiggity jig. Gotta go to give Dad a hand wrapping bales. All right, first thing is I gotta find the bale fork. I'm not sure. Where am I? There it is. When you're feeding these bales, but if you're feeding them fast enough, it's not a problem. But because you're doing it in line, it's pretty efficient and it's continuous. So the wrapper can keep running as we keep putting bales on the machine. So maybe not continuous. I would call this more like semi-continuous because it only pushes in one bale at a time, so it's not continuously feeding them in. But there's like a bar that pushes each bale in. So as you set the bale on there, it takes the next bale in. One row done. Starting the second row. So the very end bale, we put a bag over it so that it seals up the end, and then we wrap it. So that's how we start. Another row. Still got more bales. We're running out of daylight though. Alright, we did it. Got them all bagged up. Got them all wrapped up. And time to get some sleep. Tomorrow morning, hog loading.